Hello? Oh, man. So, we're doing the Chrysler building now. I looked up a little bit in preparation just to check out, like, what's the average runtime? Like, I can do this in one stream, right? Apparently, on average, it takes about 6 to 8 hours. So, most likely I'm not finishing this today. And it's just gonna be the Chrysler building, baby. I did some prep beforehand. I just have a bunch of medicine 3s ready to go, just in case. May as well just not waste any time and get into it, huh? It's gonna be a long one, and probably really boring. Guess who? My brother in Chrysler. It's you, Baron. How's it going? So 77 floors. And I think you basically get a checkpoint every 10 floors. So I just need to go through like 10 floors and then I can go back and save and prep for the next one. You believe that's right? Okay. I think the room layouts are also randomized. Honestly, when I heard people talk about the Chrysler building, I thought this was just gonna be like room after room after room of enemies. So like floor 1 is an enemy fight, floor 2 is an enemy fight, floor 3, and it's like 1 per room, right? But no, there's also navigation. Can't go that way. And again, there's 77 floors to this shit. So yeah, not gonna be the best stream. And again, probably not gonna go through it. Well, I'm gonna do my best to go through it, but I'm probably not gonna get it all done tonight. I feel like that's not feasible right now. At least because the enemies are so weak here, I should be able to clear out the first few floors with no problem. Maybe the later floors will give me some trouble. But I'm just guessing. Again, I don't exactly know what's gonna happen. What did I just pick up? Hold up. Oh, medicine 1s. I may as well just use it. No use having, like, low healing items in my inventory. Alright, well, here's 1 floor. Slow progress already, baby. Let's go. At least, for now, I don't know if this will change, but Missing Perspective is playing in the background, and that's good. Because it's one of my favorite songs in the OST. And I love listening to remixes of it too. I've been listening to a couple on my own time. Yeah, exactly. They put the best song. Nice. I'll just wait for this to wear off. Or not. Aya, please. There we go. There's this one cover of the song that was done live. Unfortunately I forget the name of the guy who did it. I think his name was like Dave. I might be completely wrong though, but what he does for his streams is that he'll play, he has a bunch of instruments laid out, right? And what he'll do is he'll play parts of the song using certain instruments, and then once he's done with it, he'll loop it so it plays in the background by itself, and then he'll move on to another instrument, and then another instrument, and so on and so forth. And then the whole song starts to come together. And he did it for this song, Missing Perspective, and it was so good, man. Oh, really? It's kind of weird, though, that, status elements can't really be blocked with equipment. They can only just be... They have a chance of not happening, which is weird. Yeah, I'll discard this. I don't need it. I shouldn't bother picking up medicine ones anyway. And again, these are randomly generated layouts, right? You know, that kind of reminds me of Persona 5 shitty mementos, baby. Hell yeah. In all fairness, like, I'm not gonna go too hard on Persona 5 this time. You don't know if the floors are randomized? Okay. But the layouts are different. And you have to remember where you've been and where you haven't been. Just one? Easy. Love to see it. Okay, well... This gun's base stats are really good. But I'm gonna stick with my good old boomsticks and just transfer over everything here. More range wouldn't hurt. Apparently there are some really good weapons you can find here. Okay. I guess I have to go up and to the right, maybe? You remember liking the PSG one? That's a Metal Gear gun. That's right. I remember that's one of the games that I wanted to stream for some time now, was Metal Gear Solid 3. And given how we're already in March, it probably won't be for a while of me getting around to that game, because there's like still other things that I want to do. Well, unfortunately in Metal Gear you had to take drugs in order to make it worth a damn. And even then, in the Sniper Wolf fight, the second one, mind you, you're not using the PSG for that one, you're using the Nikita missiles. Why? Because it's funny. Actually, maybe Twin Snakes might be a fun one to do. The problem is, though, emulation for it is kind of a bitch. I think it's just because of the way the files are. Oh, we got junk. I'm gonna have to cash all that in. It would be fun to do if I could get it working, but I already did Metal Gear Solid 1, and I feel like doing Twin Snakes might be a little redundant. Maybe a few years down the line, who knows? Oh my god. I'm gonna use the tool on that vest. Yeah. That looks like a good gun, though. Like, holy shit. If I could get super tools and just transfer over the stuff from my shotgun over to that gun, I'd do it. I'm gonna go up. I guess maybe in terms of Metal Gear, the next logical course of action would be MGS2. And I mean, I guess I could do that, but I've also been more curious about 3 as opposed to 2. And it helps that 3 is basically a prequel, and realistically, you could just play that first. So yeah, there's probably no harm in trying out 3. I guess aside from, like, maybe some gameplay differences that carry over from 2. Because again, aside from Rising, like, my only legitimate Metal Gear game that I've played is the first one, Metal Gear Solid. Yeah, yeah. Well, it'd have to be, I think, Subsistence, though, right? That's the one with the manual camera control. Oh, the layouts are getting complicated. Oh, shit. And we're only on, like, floor 3 or 4. I don't know, I've lost count. If Metal Gear Solid 4 ever comes onto Steam, probably because, like, there's a Master Collection Volume 1. You think okay, yeah, I'll go for Subsistence then. MGS4 might be cool. The problem is, that's not a game. That's a movie. And if you ask Twitch, they'll tell you it's a movie, because some guy almost got banned because Twitch detected it as a movie. Yeah, this one. It's also kind of the reason why I'm very hesitant about streaming certain RPGs, unless I'm just very, very curious, like Xenosaga. It's heavily story-driven. Excuse me. It's heavily story-driven, right? And if it's a game that I've never played before, more often than not, I'm probably gonna shut my trap and listen in, because I want to get the full details and context of the universe, and also maybe like a general direction of where to go if the game provides it. Again, Xenosaga was like an exception because like I wanted to stream that, and I thought that would be fun to do, and it was. I loved my time with those games, even 2, despite it being a piece of shit. You sure? Maybe Xenogears. Well, actually, Xenogears isn't, like, it has cutscenes, but it doesn't have voice acting. So I could probably do that. It's just gonna be talking a lot and just voicing over the characters. And it's... it's probably gonna put a toll on my vocal cords. But what can you do, huh? didn't even see those birds. I just got really lucky with that shot. Idiot. Hello from work. Hello, Kane from work. How are you? Oh, before you go, how are you enjoying Final Fantasy VII Rebirth? I saw you were streaming that a few times. You love it? That's good to hear. I still need to play the first release. I can get it on Steam, but I'm also kind of scared that it might destroy my PC because the file size is ridiculous. They made combat a lot more fun from the first remake. Yeah, again, I'm glad you're having fun with it, because I know you were looking forward to that a lot. So it might be too early to ask this, but Rebirth isn't the second half of the game, right? There's probably still more that hasn't been done yet. Because the first iteration of the remake was just Midgar. And I'd assume that there's another game. Okay. Again, I don't know shit about Rebirth right now, but I'd assume that it's probably gonna be up until maybe the Temple of the Ancients. All right, good. I don't want to get spoiled on it. I don't want to spoil you either. If I find out, I'm keeping my lips sealed. Oh, 4. That's a huge boost. Alright, let's use that. Base damage on my gun would be good, so I'll go for that. Baron, do you think I can get away with just using the shotgun for this place? Or should I actually just start using the guns? Or grind up for the junk weapons? Dead end? Nope. Might even pick up a better shotgun, fair. But I also wanna... what does my shotgun have? Double fire and first strike. I want to keep those, because those are really good to have. I don't think I can afford to lose those. I probably don't even need the ammo. Then, okay. Yeah, I'll hold on to the super tools then. I wish there was some kind of indicator to let me know what floor I'm on. But I'll live, I guess. It's possible to find the triple command here. I'll keep my eye out for that. If I happen to get it. Look at all that junk. Wayne's gonna have a fucking field day. And I'm already full on inventory space, goddammit. Alright, well. Shit. Maybe I shouldn't have brought as many healing items as I did. Nice. Nice, Aya. You know what? Times like this... where's energy shot? There it is. That worked. I'm over COVID, but I'm still coughing. I don't know why. Maybe I am just dying. It might be over for me. Oh god, where do I go? These rooms are just gonna get bigger and bigger, aren't they? Yeah, what the fuck? Uh-huh. Who makes a building like this? Shouldn't all the floors at least be somewhat similar to each other and not a bunch of fucking hallways going any which way? At least I found the staircase. I'm probably not even gonna bother finding stuff. If I happen to come across a storeroom, great. But, I don't care otherwise. I'm in here for the long run, so I may as well just try to get through it as best as I can. Maybe I don't even need the other stuff, you know? Go on, fire. Fire your beam. There we go. Might be hard to get a level up off of these enemies, though. That's probably what the later floors are gonna be for. Fuck. Okay, let's go right. Go right again. Okay. Again, I'm very perplexed by the structure of this place. Is the Chrysler building in the real life like this? Very funny. Was there gonna be a scrap mail character, actually? I don't think I heard anything about that. How far down am I gonna go? Is this a never-ending hallway? There wasn't one? Okay. Alright. He swindled me. I want all of it, though, god damn it. Okay. Cure P, out of here. Medicine 2, out of here. I don't need this jacket. Get it out of here. I don't need this gun. Get it out of here. son of a bitch. If I could get rid of this, that would be nice. But I can't. Alright, medicine 3 it is. True. Aya has no games anymore. I might have asked this before, but if Square was to ever remake Parasite Eve, the first one, kind of like how they're doing with Final Fantasy VII Remake, would people be down for that? Is that something that people would like to see? I wish I could also get rid of Maida's gun, because it's literally just taking up space. Right, because remind me what the problem with, what was it, Third Birthday? Because people had issues with that game, but wasn't it just because of the story and the fact that they tried to sexualize Aya? Yes? Okay. I imagine for reasons that they wanted to appeal to a Western audience. So show that Brea ass, baby. That's what people love about the character. Clean. Oh, motherfucker. You know what? I'm just gonna have to leave the junk away. Yeah, I can't carry anymore. I'm gonna have to deposit more medicine. I mean, that's fair, but they never, like... I don't want to say they've never made it a selling point, but... it becomes a point where it's very obvious of what they were trying to do with the character, because they literally, like... Don't they have a mechanic in Third Birthday where... the more damage you take, Aya gets stripped? Also, hi, Depper. Welcome, man. How are you? I don't even know what floor I'm at. Clothing damage, wasn't it? Okay, figures. Doing all right but tired? Then go to bed. If you want to sleep, go to sleep. Then again, I don't want to sound like anyone's parent, but I'm not a priority. I appreciate that you're all stopping by and talking, but like, look after yourselves first, man. But I can't sleep yet, Mom. All right, fine. 5 more minutes on the computer. It's a school night, Depper. Yo, fuck Morgana, though. Actually, if you want, I did make some more progress on Persona 5. My viewpoints haven't really changed a whole lot. I think I beat, what's the main game final boss, Yaldabaoth, which just reminds me of Xenoblade and Goldface, who was not the final boss, but they kind of treat him like one. Who needs school? Apparently a lot of kids in this day and age because they're iPad kids. Like, one of my best friends is a teacher, and he always tells me, like, bro, students nowadays, like, actually suck. They don't want to learn shit, and they're always on their phones, and their attention span is literally next to none. It's pretty sad. But, what was I gonna say? I think the main game of Persona 5 is fine. It took me like 75 hours to get to the final boss, and I beat him on my first try. But like, almost everything leading up to that point felt like a giant mishmash of blech. Because again, the plot I don't think is very interesting. Some of the core concepts are, but they don't go very far with it. Or when they do, they break the fucking rules. You have to spend a third of the class time telling the— oh, dude, I'm so sorry for you. It just sucks nowadays. It's because parenting sucks. Or lack thereof, really. Like, when growing up, nowadays, kids don't really learn to develop, like, certain skills. Like, normally, you would give your kids toys to play with, like maybe a wooden toy. Like, I remember, I guess just as an example, a wooden toy and a mallet just to practice like hand-eye coordination. Like, it's a small thing, but when you're a kid, you're still learning how everything works. And with toys like that, you start to develop skills and like perform better. But if you're just glued to an iPad the whole time, like, you're not helping yourself. You're literally degrading when you're fucking 1 year old. Yeah, Baron knows cardboard boxes were the shit. I forgot which way I was going. But, excuse me. Back to Persona 5. Main game was pretty, Again, it's a good game, but like, holy fuck, I wasn't interested in most of it. But the royal content, because I started a little bit of that today. Honestly, I'm intrigued. I like where it's going. I swear to God, if the royal content, at least for me, if it carries the whole game, that'd be some shit. Nowadays, it's near impossible to fail a grade even if you have a report card totaling under 20%. I don't think that's true. You'd still probably have to take some other classes, right? Or like extra classes, like maybe go to summer school. It is? I don't know if it is in America. No one is held back until 9th grade, really. Oh, you guys don't have summer school, okay. I keep pressing the menu thinking that it'll tell me what floor I'm at, when that's not a thing. So what exactly is the punishment for getting a low grade, then? Okay, are you still able to get a diploma with that kind of score? Because it felt good to get good grades and it felt like you were actually learning. I mean, truth be told, I wouldn't say I'm like a straight A student, but I did get good grades, especially in college. That was also because classes are fucking expensive and you may as well just make it worth your time and not have to do them again. But I guess, at least in my experience, it's learning in school, or like trying to achieve good grades in school, wasn't typically a challenge for me, depending on the subject and the teacher, of course. That part can vary. I have had some pretty shitty professors who were just bad at their job, and everyone suffered because of it. But for the most part, on a general average, it wasn't really hard to get good grades. As long as you were just studying every now and then. If you just found some time, like maybe 30 minutes an hour. Not every day, but like maybe every couple days. Like, then you were fine. I don't know, at least that's how it was for me. It didn't even feel like I was studying that much, and somehow I was doing better than most of the people in most of my classes, which was absolutely wild. As if your behavior is unacceptable? Well, yeah, by that point you just get expelled. No. Give me back my full recover. I may as well just use it, just to get this gun out of my inventory. Or not, because I don't have any. Guys, what do you think? Do we let a piece of junk go? I think we just let a piece of junk go. Do you think I'm even gonna be able to get the super weapon? Oh, nice. I guess that depends too, but more often than not, like if you misbehave and if you do some really bad stuff, like you're gonna get suspended. Oh? Finally, a boss. Oh, hi, I remember you. I thought I'd have to fight the alligator. I need that. God damn it. So, like, do I need to find an elevator now to go back? Is that how this works? Oh, the music changed. Oh, I have to find the elevator now. Cool, that's great. Oh, that's wonderful. I'm so happy. Or do I need to go backwards for it? I assume the reasoning would be for self-defense. But like, then that begs the question, why did she even bring pepper spray? Alright, then I'll go back. Also, thank you, NVIDIA, for telling me I can install a driver update. Oh, I have to fight these guys every time. Cool. Do you think I have to fight the boss? By the way, we are 43 minutes into the stream and I've only gotten to the first boss. That means I've cleared 10 floors of this 77 floor dungeon. Fuck my life. Apparently you could just smuggle things in schools. Don't do that. Good lord. Okay. The elevator should be... That's not it. I think it was right next to this door. Yeah. I might need to go down and get more water. I hope the other floor is not going to be as bad. How are weapon laws over the top? I don't even think I've like sent in 100 junk. Might take. Probably not even gonna be worth it. Probably don't need this. And I'm probably gonna be running out of storage space just because of how much shit I've collected across these 2 playthroughs. A revive would be handy to have just in case. And maybe medicine 4s can go away. If I run out of space, then I'll just get rid of them. But for now, this should do. Yeah, I have way more slots now. And I should also go back and save. There. His darts weren't in it, really? So they're very, very strict on weapons then. I gotcha. Yeah, I think I should be fine now. I think I already said my piece on Persona 5. And I'm not gonna rant about it until I need the strength within. Okay, I can only go there. So, I guess I just get different Chrysler keys for every floor. Do I need to hold on to all of them? If I want to go back to the not the third floor. If I want to go back to the first floor, should I always have Chrysler key 1 in my inventory? I believe you don't need them all. Okay. So is each key for like every 10 floors? Like if I get Chrysler key 2, that'll just be for floor 11 to 20? Or is that every floor up to 20? Ah, okay, I get you, Depper. That is still pretty wild though. I went to the right. I think I'll go left and just see what's over there. Or unless the layout randomized. Because I don't remember this. Maybe worth testing? Okay. Unless you want to look it up. I mean, I'll take them just to use them. Just to make sure I'm at full health. And then I'll just use that medicine too at some point. Kinda wish I got to hear more, missing perspective, but if it's only for 10 floors, then that's fine. What? Wow. Chill the fuck out, man. I felt like I was gonna say something and then I forgot. Hey, you know, that's another thing. Don't you just hate it when you lose your train of thought? Oh, whoa. There we go. Especially because, like, right now, not only do I have to be entertaining, which people say that I am, but they're bullshitting me. And also, I have to keep an eye on where I've been and where I haven't been, because this place is literally a fucking maze. And it is randomly generated, because, again, this layout was not like this. You only need the highest rank of key. Okay, thank you, Baron. That helps out a lot. Total BS. Yeah, exactly. Imagine being an entertainer on the internet. Like, is this what you expect of me? All I do is make stupid Danganronpa videos. Alright, where the okay, I'm just gonna keep going to the right. None of these rooms connect to each other. Like, okay. Well, if that were to go left, I wonder if that would take me to a completely different room than what the previous pathway would. Because I have a feeling the Chrysler building is just built like that. In the game, not in real life. It could be a fucking disaster in real life. I don't know. I've never been in there. More tool. You don't have any bonuses, therefore you're a waste of inventory. Goodbye. You're a waste of inventory and a waste of tool. Please let there just be the exit. Up here? No? Is there no God? Damn, tell us how you really feel. Like a tool. Okay, good, here we go. There's one element type that's okay to keep, cyanide. What, is it beneficial to have, or should I just, for the long run, should I just stick with no element? It has a chance of instant death, but won't alter the damage. Oh, okay. And if the enemy's resistant to it, it'll just act like a normal bullet. Did I just phase right through that? That was sick. He's cheating! Shut down the stream. He's a fraud. I don't know how I phased through that, though. Because you don't get iframes at all, when you're shooting. Or at least I don't think you do. Alright, so I'll see if there's a gun that has cyanide in it. Oh, motherfucker. Okay, let's go left. I can't believe they put the Lost Woods in New York. You know what? I don't want to play a Zelda game again. But I did Twilight Princess last year. And I did Wind Waker the year prior. And I've already done Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask. I don't know what's left for me. You would know more than I would, because that kind of just happened out of nowhere. There we go. Now I can use tool. I guess the Oracle games, I've never played those. How do you even know where to go in this maze? I don't. I'm taking a complete guess at every turn. Sometimes I'm getting lucky, other times I have to go back and try a different way. Like, right here, I just got lucky. And again, there's 77 floors to this place. But, I guess, yeah, if I were to stream another Zelda game, then probably the Oracle games. Or Link Between Worlds. If I could get that happening, because, Citra's gonna be no more, which is unfortunate. Fuck you, Nintendo. The last few floors are much simpler? No way. I don't believe you. I guess if I absolutely had to do another 3D Zelda game, then definitely Skyward Sword. But I never played that one. And trying to get that to work would be very weird, because that game is intended with motion controls in mind. I don't know how I could get that running on my real Nintendo Wii that I still have even after all this time. Put down Skyward Sword after a few dungeons. Fair. I know of a couple people who put down that game. And I've heard very mixed things about it too. Mostly because of the motion controls, but also it's a very long game. Like, it's longer than Twilight Princess. And that game, I think when I streamed it took about... let's see. Like, I think it was 7 streams, and they were about, like, 4 hours each. So, like, 28 hours, give or take. Skyward Sword is... I've heard it's like 50 hours. That might be an exaggeration. Maybe that's if you're going for 100%, but that's still a lot. The goose is loose. And that's another thing. I've heard that a lot of the characters aren't very interesting aside from Zelda herself, which is one of the best incarnations of Zelda. I mean, Groose undergoes, like, some character development, but not... Everyone else almost doesn't. And for a game as long as that, like... There's not really much of a reason to be invested in the story if not much changes throughout. If you want to fight the imprisoned 3 times, cool, but... Can something interesting happen, please? Again, I'm saying this without having that personal experience, but maybe one day. I don't know if that day will be soon, though, if at all. I almost forgot about Gear Him, but the reason why I like Gear Him is because of Hyrule Warriors. He's one of my favorite characters in that game. And also because you could do a glitch with him to get max rupees. I abuse the shit out of that, like, all the time. What the fuck did I just get? Like, well, typically the 3D ones do have slow paces, in the story, but from what I've heard, never on the level of Skyward Sword. Like, Wind Waker could definitely be slow when you start out. There's not much you can do. You do the Forsaken Fortress, and then you do Windfall, then you do Dragon Roost. Like, it's very limited in the beginning, but by the time, you get the Gale song, I forgot what it was called, and that's my favorite game. I feel so stupid. But, when you get the teleportation melody, the whole world opens up and you can just go about anything at your own pace. You could even do some of the Triforce hunt. Like, once you get to a certain point in that game, it becomes very open. And I don't think a lot of people recognize that. Twilight Princess, not so much. That game is very, very linear. But I think its pacing was still fine, especially when you were in a dungeon. Because, well, for one, Twilight Princess has some of the best dungeons in the entire franchise, and it's not even a fucking contest. And two, there's always different set pieces in between each dungeon, and the quality varies, sure, but there's always something to keep you engaged. Like, the duel with King Bulbin before you do the Goron Mines, or the snowboarding you do before Snow Peak Mansion. From what I can tell, Skyward Sword has grass, lava, and desert level. And you go back and forth between those all the time. So without anything interesting there, not only is it a very slow-paced game because it's long as fuck and it's a very story-driven, there's also not much variation in what you do. Because again, you're going through the same areas, and while, yeah, like, there's like more story beats as you progress and the stakes get higher and higher, it still reaches a point where you're like, when is something gonna fucking happen? I don't know, that's just my take on it. Again, I have not played Skyward Sword. I don't claim to be an expert, but from what I can assume and from my experience with other Zelda games, I think that's what people generally feel. I think that's how people feel about pacing when it comes to 3D Zelda. Well, 2D, like, the story was more or less like a backdrop in the 2D games, especially in the NES games. In fact, Zelda 1 is literally just explore the game. It's needed to... I guess I'll keep it then. Tune in 10 rare ones to get Dwayne to get the basic kit. Oh, okay. Are there exactly 10 in here? And over 14 to get them. Oh. Okay. Well, again, that all depends on how many I'm gonna find. Idiot. Trying to think of like other Zelda games that I could do. Ironically, I have done this the CDI Zelda games, but those were the remasters by Dobby, I think his name was. I don't know. That was years ago, but it was fun. And the remastered versions of those games were really fun to play. They weren't bad at all. And there is that new one, that new game. I think it's like RZ. That plays just like the CDI games, but you know, if it was refined. Link to the Past is really popular among fans, but I've never beat it. That's fine. That game has a lot of content to it, despite being an early Super Nintendo game. You should beat it. It is a very good game, and I love doing the randomizer, even if I suck at it, but one reason or another, I could probably understand why you didn't beat it. Yeah, the remastered versions were really fun. I don't know if you could still find them. You probably could. But if you have if you just have a computer, you should be able to run those. Even on your laptop, Baron, you should be able to play those games. They don't require much at all in terms of processing. What is your fucking reach? Holy shit. I did Link's Awakening. And I did Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. All those. The Oracle games, again, are probably gonna be my next stop. Or... how the fuck do you get 4 swords working on an emulator? That's really the million-dollar question. Maybe Parsec? I don't know. It might not even be worth it. Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks. Those... I think movement in those games required, like, using the DS stylus. So probably not. Haven't even played those either, and I'm not too interested, even if Phantom Hourglass is a sequel to my favorite game. There's a super tool. Club 4? Oh. That's fair. I mean, there's like a ton of JRPGs that have come out in like the past month that everyone's playing and sinking time into, like the Persona 3 remake. Apparently that's another 100-hour game. That one I'm actually very interested in. But one, I'm still on Persona 5, and then after I beat that game, I need to take a fucking break because holy shit. These games are so goddamn long. And 2, that game is $70, and I'm not spending $70 on a game this day and age. Rondo of Blood is fucking fantastic, man. Okay, yeah, it is kind of hard, but it's so good though. I love it's my favorite Classicvania personally. Like, I love the music, the aesthetics, the gameplay. It's not the hardest Castlevania game in the world. Like, some levels can be tricky, definitely, but I always love coming back to it. Sonic and Knuckles was 90, but no fucking way. No fucking way, Kane. Sonic and Knuckles was not 90 bucks. Actually, now that I think about it. Okay. It being pricey-er makes sense because of the lock-on technology, as they call it. But 90 fucking bucks? No way. That's a scalper's price. Let me actually take a look at the club. Steal during attack, counterattack enemy, and critical percentage increases. These are actually really good attributes. But, I'm sticking with my gun. People already bitching that $70 for a game is overpriced. And to be fair, it is. Like, good lord. I spent $70 on Tears of the Kingdom and felt like I got ripped off. But like, Jesus Christ. And this is a Genesis game. This was the mid-90s. I mean, I know, like, Mega Man X3 was, like, 75 bucks. But, like, goddamn. 70... Okay, that makes more sense. 90 fucking bucks. Jesus Christ. These weapons are probably not worth it, but I'll keep them for now. How much was Star Fox? Because that game used the Super FX chip, and that was new technology at the time. I don't think Nintendo should ask so much for their games. I think it depends on the game. Baron gets it. That's the smart play. I think the price of a game should be dependent on the content offered. Like, how do I put this? I was thinking of using Super Mario RPG Remake as an example. Because that game, I mean, that is a remake of a Super Nintendo game. And it does have some new stuff. But I don't think it's worth $60 because it's not a very long RPG, right? You could beat Super Mario RPG in like 10 hours most, and the new content increases it to like maybe a couple hours more. Like, it's a great game, don't get me wrong, and the amount of effort they put in is fantastic. But for $60, I don't know, man. You realistically could get Persona 5 on the Switch. And again, that's like a 100-hour game. And I think it's... Actually, I think Persona 5's cheaper on the Switch, isn't it? I don't even know if I'm going the right way. I've lost tracks. I used to play Super Mario RPG very frequently too. I think when I was a teenager, I used to do like 3 playthroughs a year. With that and Superstar Saga. Fuck, I want to go back to that game now. That game is so good. There! No! Partners in Time. Partners in Time is my next RPG. There. All right, that's what we're doing. I would love to do Bowser's Inside Story, but that game uses the touchscreen a lot. But Partners in Time only uses it like one time. Let's say a third-party company will most of the time be around the price of other consoles, even though there's a major difference. I guess. I don't know. I don't want to be in that camp of, oh, it's an old game, so it shouldn't be priced that much. But then again, I think it's all dependent on the amount of effort placed into remastering or remaking an old game. Because Metroid Prime Remastered is a great version of the game. It's how I first played the game. And Metroid Prime is one of my favorite games of all time now. And it's solely thanks to that remaster. But, from what I've seen, it doesn't change much. It is a graphical overhaul. And it is priced at like $40 to $50, which is a fair price. And then there was another example. The 1,000 Year Door remaster that's coming out. We don't know much about it, right? We only know that it's coming out, but we do know that it is also going to be charged at full price. And we don't know if they're going to make any changes to the game or like include any side stuff. So it feels kind of weird how an old game is still like being charged at full price, just given a shiny coat of paint with nothing new to it. Granted, I guess if that shiny coat of paint is good enough for you, then sure. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of the reason why I have a Switch, is because of the exclusives. Like, otherwise I'm just playing everything on PC. Thanks to emulation. I mean Steam. But when you start having to worry about money, there's only really so much you can forgive with prices of games nowadays. I am going through the same fucking hallways, Jesus. Don't need it. What is this? Special suit? Space suit? I got a fucking space suit? I'll use a tool on it. Just you wait until the day where video games cost as much as crack rock cocaine. And then Pee Wee Herman comes up with a PSA. He holds up a cartridge of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and says, "This is Smash." Yeah, I think I've heard like Mortal Kombat on the Switch was an absolute dumpster fire. I've had my fair share of experiences with Switch ports being kind of jank. Because I first played A Hat in Time and Bloodstained Ritual of the Night on the Switch, and for what they were fine, but it's hard to go back now that I have a PC and they perform much better, especially with Bloodstained, because oh my god, I had so many problems with that game on Switch. I cannot count the amount of times that game has crashed on me, just out of fucking nowhere. It was absurd. And this was after patches, mind you. I am dropping input? No. It's just, it just keeps crashing, like, most of the time. I mean, the frame rate is cut in half, like it's 30 in Switch, whereas PC it's 60. I mean, that's fine, that's par for the course, really, but oh my god. I love doing randomizers for Bloodstained, but it got to a certain point where the game kept crashing on me so hard, like I couldn't even complete like a single run. Wait, he had that issue with Metroid? Wait, why Metroid? That's first party. And which one, Dread or Super? Really? Because I never had a problem with Dread. Granted, I only played it once, but it was... my experience was fine from what I recollect. Nice, Aya. I mean, fair. Is the game actually that busted if you're speedrunning it? I didn't know that. I know there's sequence breaks you can do, but I've never done those for myself. I have no idea where the fuck I went. This way? But the point of Metroid is to go fast, when you know what you're doing anyway. A lot of it got patched. Does it still crash on him, though? Alright, at least it's easy to tell which room has the staircase because of the camera angle. Alright, have a good night, Depper. Thank you for stopping in, man. Hope everything goes well for you tomorrow. And we could talk about Metroid now, since we're on the topic. What is everyone's favorite Metroid game? I bet I'm gonna hear Super. Especially from Baron. I know he's gonna say Super. And that's fine. Super is a perfect game. I'll even agree to that. It ain't my favorite. That's Zero Mission. Because Zero Mission for me, well, it was my first Metroid game for one. But I played it at a time where I was trying to get into the Metroidvania genre. And before I played Zero Mission, I didn't understand what the point was with them. Because I played a number of them. I played Symphony of the Night before... oh, hi, Fustus. How are you? Welcome, man. But I played Symphony of the Night before I played Metroid Zero Mission. And... after my first playthrough, I thought the game was okay. Now it's one of my favorite games of all time, but back then, before I even touched a Metroid game,
Great vegetables.
Thank you. How you doing, CFB? So there was Symphony of the Night. There was Shantae and the Pirate's Curse, which I love now too, but back then I didn't really enjoy it. And again, it wasn't until Zero Mission where I finally understood why people love this genre, and it made me a fan too. And I think I recall the specific moment too where you get the fully powered suit and you can just go back anywhere and collect stuff that you didn't collect from. Like, oh, now I get it. Which is kind of dumb on my part, but then again, I was like 15 and I was still like learning how these things worked. And now it's like one of my favorite genres ever. So Zero Mission will always hold a special place in my heart for that. And it's one that I love going back to, just for the speedrunning potential and how open it is. Because you can, that game is specifically designed to be cracked like an egg. I've never done it before, but you can fight Ridley before Kraid, and there is a dev-intended way to do that. Super Metroid is also phenomenal. I mean, everyone knows it's Super Metroid. Like, if you haven't played Super Metroid, what the fuck are you doing with your life? That is one I also love going back to, but not so much for the speedrunning potential. I love Super Metroid for the atmosphere and the world. I think Zebes in that game is very cozy to me. It's weird. It's an alien planet, right? But, like, Samus grew up on said alien planet. And, Brinstar, Norfair, fucking, not the wrecked ship, Meridia, it all has this very relaxing aura to it that I don't think, aside from Prime, I don't think any other game does it as well. And I mean, I love going fast in that game too, but like Super Metroid has this more invitational feel to it that I don't think I get with any other Metroid game. Yeah, the OST is amazing. It's probably, actually no, I think Prime is my favorite Metroid OST. But Super is very, very close. Like, it's top tier for sure. Fusion. All right, this is gonna be a divisive one for some of you, but I love Fusion. Is it linear? Absolutely. Are there a lot of text boxes? Yes. But that is a fun one to speedrun, man. I think the controls for Fusion are the best in any Metroid game. Like, I love Zero Mission as well, and for what it is, it's great to control, but I think for Fusion, they struck the right balance between snappy controls and still having it be, like, a little floaty, like in Super, not too much. Whereas Zero Mission, like, it's fast all the time, which, again, is great for speedrunning, but if I'm playing a Metroid game casually, I'd rather have it be like Fusion. Just because it's very comfortable and easy to get into. I love the SAX as a concept. In execution, when you know what you're doing, yeah, you can take the piss out of things, which is still funny, but I don't know. I was kind of hoping the Emmys and Dread were kind of like the SAX, and they were a little bit. Yeah, Metroid F word, I know. This is my stream, I could say it. Fuck you. All right, but I don't know. I'm easier on Fusion than a lot of people are. It is hard though, if you're going in on first playthrough, because there's like 20 E-Tanks in the game, and they do throw a couple of you on the beaten path. But the amount of damage that everything does is pretty ludicrous. And if you don't know where the E-Tank spots are, you're gonna struggle. Oh yeah, Fusion first playthroughs are so much fun to watch. I don't get every item in Fusion. Hell, I don't even get every item in any Metroid game. If I had to pick one, super, but barely. But I do make it a point to go out of my way for a couple of the E-Tanks, just cuz. I could probably play the game without them, but I've sort of conditioned myself to just explore BSL a little bit. Yeah, oh, dude, the fucking power bombs. You don't need that many. Like, what's the end cap in Fusion's powerbomb count? Like 74? The initial 10 they give you is good enough. Hell, it's more than enough. Yeah, this one. What? Dread I only played once. I mean, I love Dread. But I think I need to play that game more to fully form an opinion on it. And that first playthrough was, like, right when the game came out, which was, I think, late 2021. Oh, fuck, I don't even remember where I went. I did like it, though. I think it's a solid A-tier Metroid game. It was hard. It was harder than Fusion on a first playthrough. But I think a lot of the bosses, while they were challenging, they felt more balanced. And again, some of them have secret strategies to beat them. Like, you could, if I remember correctly, you can sequence break the game to get bombs. And if you use them on Kraid, you can do a hidden insta-kill that the game does account for. They have a special cutscene for it, which is really cool. There's one boss, I forget the name of it, but it's one of the later bosses in the game, and it shoots gusts of wind at you to push you to a wall, and you have to dodge some attacks while he's doing that. But what you could do is use that opportunity to start a speed booster charge, and then you can Shine Spark into him, and that does a hefty amount of damage. I feel like if I were to play through Dread again, I would want to try those strategies because god damn, like Mercury Steam did such a good job trying to make sure that like there's all these different ways to kill all these bosses and traverse through the world. But I guess if I had to play the game, it would probably be like my first playthrough, because I don't know shit about the speedrunning strats. Do we count AM2R? Because I love that game. I think Dr. M64... Oh. There's a fucking monster in a box in this game? What the fuck? Oh my god. What the fuck is this? That's a first. But AM2R. So I've played that and Samus Returns on the 3DS. That game I only played once. AM2R I've done like maybe 5 or 6 times. And from what I've seen, it's almost like it's not like a one-to-one remake of the original game, but the layout is very similar. Whereas Samus Returns is a completely different game entirely. It just shares a couple names. I liked Samus Returns, but I never felt a reason to go back for it. Not like Dread where I want to replay it. It's like Samus Returns was like, okay, that was fun, but I'll play AM2R instead, which isn't fair, but I don't know, there was something about Samus Returns that... How do I put this? It was a good game, but I think the way it emphasizes the Metroids was kind of a turnoff, especially in one of the areas where they could just go into walls and go into different parts of the map, and you'd have to constantly chase them down. That part was fucking annoying. Whereas AM2R, Metroid encounters can be very brief, and depending on your skill level, they don't even take long at all. Even like the Omega ones, like if you get into a good rhythm, they don't take too long. I feel like I'm forgetting another one. At least in terms of Metroid games I like. I did mention Prime a little bit. I guess the only other Metroid game I have played is 1. And thank God Zero Mission exists. That's all I'll say. I don't like Metroid 1. I think it has aged like fucking milk. Yeah, I think that's about it. I haven't played too many Metroid games now that I think about it. I just play a lot of the ones that I have played. It happened again. I faced through that first wave. I'm still on like the fucking second level of this goddamn place. How? And it's almost 2 hours. I don't even know what floor I'm at. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, at this pace, this is gonna need another stream. Why am I fighting now? Oh, hello. Good. I could probably just use Liberate, but I don't want to spam it. Okay, so Baron, you said I could just keep Chrysler Key 2, and then that'll just be enough. All right. So let's go back and prepare. And save. So I can deposit the first one then. I thought I was gonna get more junk, to be honest. I guess I could just put away a couple of the guns I have. What's... I mean, we've been talking about Metroid, we've been talking about Zelda. What are franchises you guys want to talk about? I don't... Depending on the franchise, I don't know if I could chip in. Unfortunately, I'm not what you call a Final Fantasy fan. I like the games, but I've only played 3 of them. Okay, so here's the fun part. I need... Phantasy Star? I can't chip in there, buddy. I'm sorry. That just ain't happening. We'll keep that. Okay, that should be good. I hear 4 is really good. And everyone always talks about Phantasy Star Online. But that's about it. I'd love to give the... I'd love to at least give 4 a shot. I heard 1 is also fun to play, but I don't know if it being the first game, it's going to be antiquated that the sequels improve on. Aside from 2, I've heard terrible things about 2. But yeah, that should be okay. I know Kane's a big Phantasy Star fan. What about you, Baron? I think you've played 4, right? I don't know if you've played any of the other ones. The 4th game is your favorite? Gotcha. Yeah, I guess that's just the pinnacle of the series. What did you think of 2? Right, I just have a Chrysler key 2. Yeah, alright, we're good. You want to talk about RPGs? Oh, baby. Xenoblade. Well, no one else here has played Xenoblade. That means I'm just gonna be talking to myself. Fuck it. I'm gonna go insane if I don't. But I am gonna go insane if I do. So fuck it, let's talk about Xenoblade, bitches. Let's scare away the hoes. So, I think it's no secret that the original Xenoblade Chronicles on the Wii, but also the Switch remaster, is one of my favorite games of all time. Right up there with Wind Waker. Like, it could probably just replace Wind Waker, depending on the day. I remember these things from the warehouse. Because that game came out at a very important time in my life, where I didn't exactly know what to do with myself. And I was kind of lost. It didn't help that this was high school, and high school was, like, by far, like, the worst stretch of years in my life, just because I didn't really like anybody, I didn't want to be around anybody, I don't think they wanted to be around me. It was just... It was a pretty toxic time. So I think having a game that taught me the value of looking towards the future was enough to give me some motivation in my life. Like, I don't want to sound like cliche and say like Xenoblade Chronicles saved my life, but it did teach me some very important lessons. And I think without it, I probably wouldn't be where I am now today. Would I be alive? Probably. But I'd probably still be depressed. So, like, it's like Xenoblade 1 is, like, probably the most important game in my life. I liked 2. The thing about 2 was I took a bit of a break from it when I first played it. I got the game on Christmas, I think on Christmas 2019. And I played a good chunk of it. But I didn't understand how the game worked, because it's no secret that Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is fucking terrible at telling you how to play the game, because the tutorials suck. And I think because of that, I beat the first 3 chapters. I remember that. And after a certain point, I just stopped because I couldn't keep up. I was filtered. I wasn't one of those people that said like, "Oh my god, it's just an hooooooo anime game." Like, look at Pyra and Mithra. Look at them. Shameless. But I'm talking about the game on like a core fundamental level. It was a lot to take in, and the game did not do a good job at helping me keep up. So I put it down for about a year. I don't even remember if this was like just a decision I made. I just stopped playing it. Like, I just didn't even think about it. So it wasn't until the remaster for Xenoblade 1 was announced and came out on Switch. Then I played through that, and I loved it. Again, one of, if not my favorite game of all time. Of course I would eat that shit up. Like, Sonic eating the bowl of mediocrity. But it was then that I decided, you know what? I think I should give Xenoblade Chronicles 2 a second chance. I didn't restart the game, mind you. I continued the game from where I left off, which probably wasn't the best decision, but I don't regret it, because I left off starting Chapter 4, and if you know anything about Xenoblade Chronicles 2, is that Chapter 4 is the worst one, because nothing happens. So it was a decent chapter to help me get my bearings straight. It wasn't a good chapter, mind you, and I was not at all invested in what was happening, not with the stuff with Lila, Tora, or any of that. But when I got to chapter 5, oh man, the game got fucking good, man. It got really good, and it just kept going. I was so invested. By the time I got to the Letherian Archipelago, I was on board. Xenoblade 2, like, went from it was a good game with a very slow start to one of the best experiences on the Nintendo Switch. And it was right around that time where I got used to the combat too. And when you understand the combat in Xenoblade 2, oh man, it is so good. Like, I cannot stress that enough. When you learn how the mechanics work in that game, it clicks. And when it clicks, you just feel like a fucking god. So the rest of my playthrough of Xenoblade 2 was phenomenal. I cannot recommend that game enough. Assuming you are willing to put with the very slow and admittedly bad beginning. If you can handle that, friend, you're gonna have a wonderful time. And then there's Xenoblade Chronicles 3. And that game is fucking peak. They somehow made it even better. I don't know how you could get better than, like, the last hours of 2. But they found a way, man. Because I love the story. I think Xenoblade 3 has the best cast in any RPG I've ever played. Like, I'm talking, like, any. Like, Final Fantasy, fucking... By this point, Xenosaga, Persona... How many super tools do I have? I have 2 super tools. So what I could do... Because that has First Strike. I could get the Double Blast? Actually... I'll save this. I'll wait until I get... No, because I could just use 2 super tools and then 1 regular tool, and then just convert everything from boomsticks over to the Mark 23. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'll do that right now. So get this. Oh, I need to make slots. Never mind. But when I do, that is gonna be a powerful fucking handgun. But back to what I was saying. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is the best game on the Nintendo Switch, without a doubt. If you've never played it, fucking get it, man. Do you like Final Fantasy V? Because it's got a job system. And it is so much fun to experiment with all the different classes that you can get. And when you rank them up enough, you can actually use their arts even when you're using a different class. So the customization in that game is off the charts. Even more so than 2. I love the story. Again, the cast was amazing. The villains, not so much. I think 2 is still better in that department. And even 1. But, like, man, the main... Not trio. There's 6 of them. But, like, Noah, Mio, Uni, Senna, Lance, and Tyon. Like, they're some of the best. Especially Uni, because Uni's the bus. That was my game of the year of 2022, and it only got better with the Future Redeemed DLC, because... Well, that's a game in of itself. That's like 20 hours of content, and it's got a whole new cast with Spoiler, Shulk and Rex. But I was smiling like ear to ear playing through that game. Like, I already said that Xenoblade 2 was one of the best Nintendo Switch experiences. Xenoblade 3 was the best Nintendo Switch experience. And it wasn't even a fucking contest. That's my PSA. What the fuck did I just pick up? Hold up. Another shotgun. Eh. If there's one... If you've somehow been listening to me ramble on for almost 2 hours now while going through this repetitive fucking dungeon, if there's one thing you need to take away from all this, is that you need to play Xenoblade 3. If you had to pick one, I mean, I could vouch for the first game, but you need to play Xenoblade 3. Alright, that's it. I'm done raving about Xenoblade. We can move on to something else now. I'm pretty sure I bored everybody here. I'm sorry. There was no response from anyone from that. I think I scared everyone away. I can't believe I literally scared away all the hosts. But, nice. But my affiliation with Xenoblade is what got me to want to try the Xenosaga trilogy, which was also a lot of fun. Like, if I had to pick, like, what were some of my favorite moments from last year on Twitch, it would hands down just be playing through the Xenosaga trilogy. I mean, Danganronpa V3, that was fun, but that was because I was with my friends. The game itself is bad, but I was heavily invested in my time with Xenosaga from the oh, just immediately, okay. From the twists and turns and the plot twists in the first game, it left me questioning where are they gonna go from here? And despite my opinions on Xenosaga Episode 2... Oh. The stream got disconnected. I guess even OBS doesn't want me talking about Xenoblade and Xenosaga. That has not happened in a while. Okay. That's concerning. I didn't even notice were we even dropping frames at all? That just sort of happened out of nowhere. Again, the recording's not going to be affected by this by any means, but like, holy crap. When's the last time my internet fucked up on me this bad? Alright, I'm keeping a close eye on that drop frames counter there. Alright, but what was I gonna say? So, despite my opinions on Xenosaga Episode 2 from a gameplay standpoint, I think the story was still genuinely good. It still had a lot of satisfying twists, and while not like as effective as what it could have been, it was still good. What was this one again? Crit. Okay, that's just a crit increase. No, I think I actually did just scare people away, though. But fuck it, I'm still gonna keep talking. And, excuse me. So I loved the first game. I did not like the second game, but it still had enough to keep me invested. And Xenosaga 3 was just peak. Like, that is one of the best RPGs I've played. I just wish the series was able to develop in Takahashi's vision, because that was going to be a 6-game saga, which is what Xenoblade technically ended up being, with the main 3 games in Future Connected, Torna, and Future Redeemed. Like, I feel like the themes of Xenosaga could have developed into something much more with what they had planned, with only Cosmos and Chaos being the only recurring characters in that series, at least from what they had planned. Oh, maybe one day we'll get that Xenosaga trilogy remaster that people on Twitter have just been speculating about and praying for, knowing that it'll never happen. I'd love to see it. I'd love to play those games again. Well, except 2, but I mean, you get the point by now. I'm gonna check my phone just to see if everything's still okay. Never mind, we're in a combat encounter. Are we still live? It says we're still live. And I did in fact scare everybody away by talking about Xenoblade. That's life. I don't know why that happened, though. 'Cause I'm still looking, and the drop frames are... I guess the internet just cut out at some point. Welcome back, Baron. I'm sorry that happened. That was on my end. The internet literally just decided to stop working for a brief moment of time. Why? I have no fucking idea. But it did. Please tell me I'm going the right way, because I've lost track of myself. Okay, if this isn't the right way, I'm gonna fucking scream. Okay, good, it is. I feel like I'm running out of things to talk about. What's What's another RPG people play? Pokemon. I have quite the extensive history with Pokemon, actually. So, I'm a 2000s kid, right? So obviously I didn't grow up with Red and Blue. But, I did. My first Pokemon game was Fire Red, so I still experienced Kanto and a little more. But I had that. I had Emerald, and I remember plugging in so many hours into Emerald. I think that's my favorite Pokemon game, Emerald. But I don't remember doing the Battle Frontier all that much, because as a kid, I wasn't really concerned with the battles themselves. I just wanted to go on a Pokemon adventure. Which is kind of boring. I'll get to Soul Silver in a little bit. But, I remember there was something about the Hoenn region that sort of grabbed me. It might even be the same reasons why I love Wind Waker. Because they have a lot of water. And I don't know. I guess it's just something about exploring the sea that I'm hooked with. I don't know, maybe it's a common theme. Maybe if I play the Assassin's Creed games, which I'm probably not because I have no interest. One of them is a pirate one, right? I'll probably like that one the most, but again, I don't see that happening because I don't give a shit about Assassin's Creed at all. But yeah, there was always something about Hoenn that intrigued me, because I was also I thought it was so cool that I could get Rayquaza before doing the 8th gym. Like you do the event at Sootopolis, like Groudon and Kyogre are just like having an argument, and Rayquaza says, "Shut the fuck up!" And immediately afterwards, you could just go catch Rayquaza, and he's level 70. And I remember that being like a fond childhood memory, because I'm like, I get this super powerful beast of destruction. And I could just clear everything in the game with it. Granted, until you get to Drake, but still, it was cool to have. Leave me alone. I remember, I love the soundtrack too. Like, everyone makes fun of the Hoenn trumpets, but like, I don't know, man. That's like one of my favorite Pokemon soundtracks personally. Then again, that's probably nostalgia talking. But like, Emerald will always have a special place in my heart, just because of the amount of time I plugged away in it as a kid. Absolutely, IGN is out of their fucking mind. They always have been. Like, this is nothing new. Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. I did have Pearl as a kid, but I remember more from my Platinum experience than Pearl. I mean, I did like it. And I do have some fond memories with that one because my cousin also had Pearl. And we would always play the game together and like trade, and he'd just give me like all these absurd Pokemon that he got from hacking. I mean, legitimately. But I think Platinum took it a step further with the Distortion World and Giratina. Well, and also the game speed was a lot better. I didn't notice this until I decided to replay Pearl after, like, some odd years. That game is fucking slow. Like, unbearably slow. And Platinum is still kind of slow, but it speeds it up. It speeds it up by a huge margin. I could actually do Platinum and some of the other games too. All right, Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Now we can talk about them. Objectively, the best Pokemon games ever made. I never played Gold and Silver as a kid, but I did play through Soul Silver, and that was good enough for me. Not only do you get one region, you get two. You know who the legendary on the box art is, and you know why I like them. Yeah, they did not give you a whole lot of fire options in Gen 4. It was so weird. Well, they did fix that in Platinum, but in Diamond and Pearl, like, Ponyta was, like, your only option outside of, Chimchar. But fucking Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Everyone loves the walk with your Pokemon feature. I'm not talking about the Poke Walker. I'm talking about the fact that the Pokemon follow you from behind and you can interact with them. Why they haven't brought this back for so many games is beyond me. Because it was legit one of the best things about it. Excuse me. And, one of the smaller things they included that I really loved was the ability to just have the running shoes on by default. So what I mean is there's a button on the DS, on the DS on the DS touchscreen, and it's for the running shoes. So you could just enable them on or off, and your character will just automatically run, as opposed to just being at walking speed and you having to hold a button. I don't know why they never brought that back. Because I don't know if you guys know this, but if you hold down buttons on a controller for long enough, they will start to break. And when you have to buy controllers to replace them, that piles up. And when you need to worry about your finances, that's fucking stressful. I mean, I could just use a tool on that one. Well, it wouldn't be bad to have that as an effect. But I do like that critical. I'm gonna take it. Gen 5. I'm getting tired now just from talking a lot, and also this place is boring, but I think Black and White was probably, if not Heart Gold and Soul Silver, then at least for mainline games, Black and White was, without a doubt, the best original Pokemon game. Because they went all in with the story on that one with Team Plasma and N. And also, the fact that... Oh my god! I can't keep talking like this. I'm only 2 hours in and I'm already tired. Jeez. But, the fact that you're sort of forced to go with what the game gives you. So what I mean by that is, say you've played the other games in this series before, right? You're one of those normies that likes Charmander. I mean, I won't judge, but Bulbasaur's better, fuck you. So, if you want, or maybe like, you like Magikarp, you know, that's a better example. You like Magikarp, and you want to get a Gyarados. Are you fucking kidding me? I guess that's what I get for talking shit about Charmander, huh? Maybe I need to restart my router. I'll have to do that after the stream, because that's a whole process. Attempting to reconnect. You gonna do it? Nope. What did I do? Huh? What did I do? This feels like a personal attack on me. Yeah, and I did see the drop frame count go up too, so, yeah, okay, so it just happens. It's not like it's a consistent... Oh, wait, no. I just straight up don't have any internet anymore. Yeah, and now it's saying connecting to chat too. Okay, this is a problem. So what? What do I do now? Hold up. No internet. No internet access. Hold the fucking phone. Why? Did something go out? Like what's the problem here? There we go. You're giving me a fucking heart attack. Okay, the green bar is back. Why? Why did it do that? I am just gonna have to start fucking around and finding out now, aren't I? I think I just need to be careful what I say. Because the world is out against me. First Xenoblade, now Charmander. What's next? Ah, God. Well, where was I? Because I completely lost my train of thought because of that. Baron, it's my internet. The stream keeps cutting out for whatever reason. I have no idea why, but I think it's just because of some of the things I say. I've pissed off some god out there. And then he Thanos snaps my internet connection. What did I do to deserve this? Like, I'm sorry. If you like Charmander, you like Charmander. Just don't take it out on me. It's just a prank, bro. Let me check my connection. hello, do you have a green light? Yes, you do. Can we fucking that, please? That'd be great. Alright. I haven't had this problem since Danganronpa. I think after like maybe the 30th or 40th floor I might need to stop. Just because the internet is just being weird today. And again, it's not like I'm getting consistent frame drops or anything like that. No, I'm getting good internet. I want to say like the green square, but it's not a square anymore. It's just green bars. But it's constantly green. It's just that like at some random point, it's just gonna stop. And I have no idea why. Oh, that could have been sick. Yeah, are we just gonna keep doing these Tetris pieces? Oh no, now we're going down. Who makes a building like this? Actually, I could take everything. And just use the medicine too. We were talking about Pokemon, right? Did I say my piece on Gen 5? I don't remember anymore. Gen 5 was great. Black 1, Black 2, and White 2. All of them. Absolutely amazing games. Go play them if you haven't played them before. Okay. Gen 6. I remember being all over Gen 6 when I was a kid, especially when it first came out, right? And cool. I look back on it now and I don't know how to feel about it anymore. Yeah, I'll take that. It's easier for me. Yeah, what's it, range? If it's range, I don't need it, yeah. I felt like X and Y were very safe games, even though they were the first mainline games to be 3D. I mean, I know Coliseum and XD are a thing, but they're not mainline, they're spin-offs. And I think that's what aside from Mega Evolution, of course, but I feel like that's just what the main selling point of it was that it's 3D. All the Pokemon are 3D. You are 3D. You get roller skates, which admittedly was pretty cool. But I look back on my time with the game, and it didn't have that appeal that made me want to replay Emerald or Soul Silver or Platinum for that matter. It wanted to make you pick the grass starter over the others. Greninja was cool. What are you talking about? I mean, Chestnut's alright, but no, don't talk about starters, otherwise the stream's gonna die again. Well, again, Gen 6 was not bad. Not by a long shot, but it felt too safe for me. Gen 7. I did like the original Sun and Moon. I thought what they tried to do with the kahunas was pretty interesting. Like, instead of having gym battles, like, you have these little challenges now. I thought that was great. I love the Lola. It captured that similar spark with Hoenn for me. I have almost no complaints when it comes to the original Sun and Moon. They also got rid of HMs, which is, you know what, that's just fucking fantastic. Fuck HMs, they sucked. Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, however. Alright. So I was still big into Pokemon around this time, right? And when I saw that they were making a better version of Sun and Moon, when the game was already out for about a year, like, this wasn't even fucking Diamond Pearl to Platinum, which was a couple years. This was like literally a year. I was very skeptical, but I still gave them my money, and I bought the game, and I played it. And it was primarily the same game all over again. It was pretty much the same game that I played about a year ago, but it has Necrozma now, and Necrozma kicked my fucking ass. I had to cheese that with Mimikyu, but like, oh my god, that was such a fucking difficulty spike. Other than that, same game. Maybe a few differences here that I didn't mention, but there was like almost Rainbow Rocket. You know, the team Rainbow English. The Rainbow Rocket stuff was really cool. But other than that, I wasn't feeling it, just because I was going through everything again. It was under the guise of, well, I mean, it is just like a better version of the game, but I think Game Freak needed more time before they released it, because again, excuse me, I'm yawning. This was a year after the original game came out. And I just felt burnout by that point. And they also, I don't remember what they did to Luzamine. That part was kind of just a blur to me, but excuse me. But fucking Gen 8 comes out, I didn't buy this, for the record. I actually got it as a birthday gift. I got Pokemon Sword, and I played it. I put about 15 hours into it, and then I put it down. I think the damage done by Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon sort of got me to the point where I realized that keeping up with Pokemon is just not worth it to me anymore. Like, I'll still play the old games, the ones I love, because I have a special attachment to them, but when it comes to the newer stuff, I'm sorry. I jumped ship hard. I couldn't do it anymore. I wasn't feeling Pokemon Sword at all. And I can't even give my my opinions on Gen 9 because I haven't played it and I don't really care anymore. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but oh, lost time. Oh, you. Oh, nice. What if I use Liberate? Okay, no. Here's what I should do. I should use the Medicine 4. Okay, good, they connect. That was your send-off, too? What should I use? Slow. I don't think that even worked. Fuck, man. Okay. Maybe having that Cure D would have been good after all. Okay. Damn it. Okay, there's one. I hate that fucking thing so much. There we go. Get rid of this. There we go. All right, no more darkness. Oh my god. Jesus. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna give it a one more set of stairs and I think I might stop. Where's the elevator? There it is. Shit, that centipede took a fucking lot out of me. That was the first of the okay. Ugh, man, this is this is only gonna get harder from here, huh? I was using some of my best healing items too. I'm debating if I should even make save states for the fights. Cause, yeesh. Bunch of medicine 2s. Medicine 3 and 4. Nice. I'll, if I get into, like, a really, really nasty encounter, then sure, I'll do it, but... I'll try it legit. That ought to do it. I mean, to be fair, that centipede boss is always typically very nasty. I mean, I still beat him on my first try, and both here in the Chrysler building and my first playthrough in the subway, but he's still a tricky fucker. Yeah, so we'll do one more. We'll do one more set of rooms. And then that'll be enough. And then we can do the rest in the next stream. Because I'm already getting pretty tired for one. And I think cutting it off at the halfway point would be good enough for me. Granted, I don't know how long the rooms are gonna get, but I would like to sleep at some point. I also don't want the stream to die. And again, that can't be helped now, can it? So we were on floor 30. What was it? This way? Yeah, and then up here. My math should be correct, right? Doing the next set will put me at 40, and that's basically halfway. It has, like, serious music. Like, what's this song gonna be? Unfitting. And I was hoping for Missing Perspective, but I guess that's just floor 1 through 10. So if that was the boss, what would the next boss be? The crab? Or the T-Rex? I mean, it could be the T-Rex, actually. Oh, you. I don't need Cure M, because I have haste for that. I think Cure D is my biggest weak point. I have Detox, and that's good enough. But, like, damn. I'll just... One defense is good enough for me. I need to be tanky. I'm surprised I haven't even got a level up yet. Then again, I'm probably just gonna pour everything to attack. Hello, notification on my phone. How do you do? I got a new phone, right? And one of the things I hate about it is that it will always, like, pop up a notification, like a text message, but it'll just be for something like a YouTube live stream. Because I'm used... My other phone just used to do it with just text messages, just in case it was something important, but no. Okay, not that way. Let's just take an educated guess. I don't even know what to talk about anymore. I think I need a prep for next time. Actually, no. I was thinking I could do this on Thursday, but no, I actually have something going on Thursday. And I can't do Friday either, because I'm co-hosting Sonic Adventure 2 with Death. So it might have to wait until next week again. Which is a shame too, because I really want to do Order of Ecclesia, but I gotta finish what I started. That's just my mindset. I could have probably just looked up the what you get for this on YouTube, but I'm not like that. I gotta see things through to the end by my own means, unless it's really that bad. And so far, this isn't the worst thing in the world. I mean, granted, 77 floors of this is not exactly appealing, and if I were to play this game again, I for sure wouldn't put myself through this again. But it's not the worst. I thought the Chrysler building would be like a handcrafted dungeon that devs intended for you to go in a certain way, but no, it's just a mess. In a potential remake, they would definitely take that approach, which is why, you know, Square, you really should remake this game. And it's not like the interest wouldn't be there, because this game did sell like over 1 million copies when it first came out, and people are familiar with Parasite Eve as a brand. Well, maybe not nowadays, because again, the series has been kind of dormant / dead for a few years now. Yeah, I'm gonna need all the medicine 3s I can get. Are you fucking kidding me? Who who keeps blocking all these doors? Right, I haven't gone this way yet, I don't think. Please tell me I haven't gone this way yet. I can't keep track. Okay. Maybe I should do another set of floors just in case. I don't know, man. I'm already getting pretty tired. I probably shouldn't push myself too hard. Given my schedule, it would probably have to be either the Tuesday or the Wednesday. Maybe the Wednesday. That would probably work better. Because if I were to do it next Tuesday, then I'd have to worry about going into work the next day. And I don't know how long this would take me. So that's, I think that's what I'm thinking. Maybe Wednesday. It's gonna be a little bit of a longer wait, but it might be better for me mentally, because then I don't have to worry about needing to finish under like a time limit or anything like that. I could just go for as long as I can. And then I could probably just start Order of Ecclesia on Tuesday then. That would probably be better. Actually, yeah, that might be the plan. I mean, I guess who says I need to stop playing this game in favor of Order of Ecclesia, right? I could just start that whenever I want and then come back to this at a later date. And it's not like it's gonna be a huge holdup anyway, yeah. Yeah, I could just do Order of Ecclesia for a couple hours. And then continue the grind on this, and hopefully the next stream will be the last stream, because good lord, this is testing my patience. This isn't gonna sour my opinion of this game, but for the record, this is just optional content. And having basically played through the main game twice, I still love it. It is a little ridiculous that you can't skip cutscenes even on New Game Plus, but I think this is definitely a PS1 classic that everyone should try. Especially if you want a unique take on the RPG formula. Two this time. Yep, of course. Oh, that's nice. Fuck, man. Close to a level up, though. Hello. I didn't go this way, right? There is an elevator to the left. I'm pretty sure this is a different hallway. I'm positive this is a different hallway. Okay, good. Oh. Weren't you guys on the previous floor? What did I have on my jacket? Right, it didn't have the darkness resist. That actually would have been useful against that other boss. Of course. I feel like a mini-map would probably... Well, then again, a mini-map would take away from, like, what this is supposed to be. It's supposed to be, like, a confusing maze. But it would have helped anyway. Just you two? Well, you're not doing any damage to me, which is nice. The boss is probably gonna do like a truckload of damage, though. Still waiting for that triple shot weapon. Part of me feels like I should be actively exploring these rooms just to find like the storage room and get that specific weapon, but at the same time, no. I'm gonna get lost anyway, and I'm not gonna put myself through that. If I get it, I get it. If not, then I'll just use the double command then, which is fine by me. Because double command is already pretty broken by itself. Triple is just overkill. But it would be nice to have. Nice. God, I'm struggling to think of conversation topics. I'm legitimately tired. I don't even know what floor I'm at. But again, I haven't been keeping count. Anyway. Elevator. Okay, that's a good sign. Evade. And a gun. But it's not really a gun that I care too much about, so... Well, what are the stats on this one, actually? It is actually better. But first strike is still really good. I'll keep it. Of course. Of course. Why not? I think the only other way was down, if memory serves. Okay, good. You guys can't really damage me. Yeah, 0. Should probably start giving those cards to Wayne, too. They're pretty much just taking up space in my inventory. Yeah? How long is this hallway? There we go, a turn. Now watch it go down for a century. I could touch that. Chances are if I go to the left, it'll be a storage room. So I'm always gonna, yeah. So I'm always gonna press my luck on that. A bird. Am I running out of ammo? My ammo count is dipping into the lower 900s. Okay. World's toughest parrot. It's the toughest parrot I've seen in this game. Of course. Chances are if I'm going down, that's not progress. Because the staircase to the next room, the next floor, is always has you going north. That's just something I've noticed. Okay, cool. How about this one? Gotta love all the vomit splotches on the floor. I mean, that's probably just mitochondria. And, you know, people work here, so that could have been them. But I'd like to think someone got as lost as I did and you just couldn't help but barf. You'd probably too if you just kept getting confused by how this place was designed. Oh. Please just let this be the next floor. Because I feel like this floor has just been going on long enough. Oh my god, it's going still. The real Chrysler building's top floor was a speakeasy for— really? I didn't know that. I'm gonna bet it's this way. Thank God. Oh, man. Might have led to the vomiting. Hey, there you go. That's not mitochondria, that's just a janitor's lazy day. How much ammo do I have? Okay, around the same. Can't believe I have to... Well, maybe I don't have to start worrying about my ammo count. No, I should have gotten that. I should have gotten that medicine 3. Oh, what am I doing? Such an idiot. I'm just gonna take a peek here real quick. Okay. Yeah, okay. You think Aya would get sick here too? She'd probably go insane if she kept looking at all the same corridors for God knows how long. This was the... okay. Pick your poison. I'm sorry if I'm really quiet now, but like again, I don't really have anything to talk about anymore, and I'm also tired and I need to save my energy. I have a couple things by the way. Or could be a monster in a box. We're not even halfway there, Baron. You know that. Granted, I'm not doing this all in one sitting. I would be literally dead by this point. I have so many bonus points too. Okay. I guess the question is, what do I put them towards? Probably offense. I'll put like this much in. And then defense will just go up too. There we go. I think that's the right course of action. Cool. I feel like I'm starting to get a tell as to when I know there's a locked door here. It's because the camera is closer to Aya, just a smidge. Whereas if it was open, it would be much further away. Like, probably like this. At least if I had to wager a guess. Hope I'm going the right way. No. Oh, man. Baron, I think I can see why you only did this the one time. Because here I thought, oh, it's not going to be that bad. Like, yeah, it's 77 floors, but surely it's not that bad. It's just combat encounters, right? No. God, no. I did not think it would be this. You did it once to say that you did it. Hi. I have to be in, like, the last few floors for this section, right? I feel like I'm getting there now. I feel like I've done a lot for, this batch of floors. I hope all this medicine will suffice. Don't let this be a... Damn it. Buddy. What is the purpose of making a zigzaggy hallway? Like, why did you have it like this? Could be up there, but I'm gonna take a peek real quick. I don't see a storeroom. Yeah, no, I'm not going down there. Yo, thank you for the raid, Chrysler. Where are my alerts? I don't know. How are you? What were you doing? Of course there's another wall. Actually, I think I know why my alerts didn't go off. Because the internet was funky. So, welcome to the Chrysler building. Hell incarnate. I'm, in between floors 30 and 40. And I'm getting pretty tired and I might stop the stream soon. All good, man. Thank you so much for the raid anyway. You do what you gotta do, and thank you for the good luck. Hope everything's well with you. It gets worse. Damn. Oh, hey Baron, I found the PSG. Well, I don't see any use in the Mavericks, so let's just put that away. What to do? Nope. Full cure is actually really good. I did have some revives on me just in case, right? Okay, yeah. So I wasn't completely boned from that boss fight if I lost. I don't remember the way I came, so I just hope that this is the next floor. Thank God. Oh, man. This Chrysler building puts you through some shit, man. This is like the Webster's dictionary definition of insanity. But if you made that in a dungeon in an RPG, those mad bastards at Square. Are we just gonna get encounters all the time now? Is that the gimmick here? The burst fire is actually doing wonders here. Damn. I think I could put like the burst effect on a regular pistol, and because the fire's quicker, there's less lag when I wind up. I thought the stream died for a second. No, that was just a what is this notification? Protect your cherished pictures and documents. Stop. Gave me a fucking heart attack, Windows. do it. I'll use a tool. It's taking up space anyway. So yeah, that was the cum suit. No wonder they hid it in some stuffy chest in a storage room where no one would think to find it. Is this it? No. That was... See, they put the storage room and the elevator right next to each other, so that got me thinking. I was gonna go into a boss room, but I guess not. That's not how things work. That's not how things work around here. Please, thank you. Oh man. I swear to God, if that was not open to me, I would have lost my fucking mind. Hey, what's up, Yuki? How are you? How was your stream? Going good? Good to hear. I probably won't be on too much longer myself. How are you? Oh. How would I describe myself right now? You see, the Chrysler building is a dungeon. It is the RPG dungeon of all time. There are 77 floors to this place. And, oh. Hey, so, I'm gonna save state. Don't tell anybody because I'm not... I just don't want to go through all that again, man. I just want to be done. Oh! Okay. We're doing this now. I'll save Liberate for when he loses his head. Okay. I should heal. He's medicine 3. Got a Twitch TM with the link, so obviously virus or scam. Yeah, don't answer those. Unless you know it's from someone you can trust and if their account is not compromised. Is that enough? Nope. But I somehow dodged that. Nice. Holy shit, guys. That is one of the bosses that you fight in the museum. Why has the hallway gotta be so long for this? Oh, man. Normally they just put it, like, right next to an elevator, but no. Not this time. Why? Oh, man. Look how far away this is to an elevator. This is absolutely ridiculous. And it's in a, like, the four-way intersection, too. I just gotta remember to go down. But, I think we're halfway there. Oh, man. I'm gonna save the other half for next stream. I'm starting to get really exhausted here. Thankfully, my internet hasn't shit on me for like the past hour now, so hopefully everything's hunky-dory. I should probably put in a lot of the medicine 3s I have in reserve, and then just dump, like, all the status healing items I don't need. Also give you some cards. Maybe I don't have them, I don't know. That away. I'll put these away too. Wait, can I get rid of Maida's gun? No. Of course. I probably don't even need the rocket launcher, to be honest. I mean, rockets are nice. Well, you know what? If you're not gonna let me, then I may as well. That. We want Chrysler key 4. I'll put a full cure away. No, whoa, what am I doing? And then we'll just slowly get rid of these one by one. I should get rid of the other cards too, and then that'll be good. Maybe a couple more, just in case. Alright. That should do it. It's Wayne's problem. He'll have to clean them up. Hey, if someone finds him, he's gonna get fired, not me. Oh, man. Well, it's been almost 4 hours. And, fuck me. Let me also make a save state, just in case. Jesus. Well, we're halfway there, so next time we're gonna do the other half, baby. Oh. I'm gonna go see if I can find someone to raid, because I'm... Not CFB's life. I'll raid CFB. Thank you for being here the whole time, Baron, because I would have lost my fucking mind. Oh, man. And we're gonna do more next week. Oh. Lore 50 and up are gonna... Oh, no. Don't say that. Don't say that. Please. Now you're just making me dread it. Oh, he's playing Super Metroid. We talked about that game earlier. Funny how that works. But, yeah. That's it for me for now. I'll probably be back Wednesday with more of this, and we'll hopefully finish it. But we'll see. Time will tell. So thank you everybody for stopping by. Have yourselves a great night. Stay safe and take care. Ciao.